It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see Kenneth Walker. He was unstoppable a week ago, a mountain of yards and a pair of touchdowns. It's the 49ers and the Eagles, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
This is fielded at the 27. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. With the Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won, and one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game: surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here, and I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea.
Walker hit and the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at the... So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Justin Jefferson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their 1st drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 11 carries, 54 yards. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. You look at this Niner defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
Eagles, first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. This defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
That one a first down pickup of 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On 2nd down, Swift. And he gets it down to the 32. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the option to give to Swift here. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
It'll be Hurts on the option. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Hurts keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
You look at this Eagle defense, currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
And I know, just like me, you're fired up about this one because this is the irresistible object and the immovable force. They're going head-to-head, #1 versus #1. I've talked about that running backs renaissance for a while. Can they slow these guys down? Where's my helmet? I want to play.
Dave, you are fired up. Something's got to give. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. Britton Covey deep for Philadelphia. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for an Eagles first down.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Hurts throw there, taken in by Smith. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
At the 34-yard line.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 35-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing is Hurts. That is caught. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Here's Swift. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
In motion goes the tight end. Penny is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. As they've got it as we resume action. On second down, it's Walker. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted.
Walker hitting the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. All fumbles are costly, but that one really. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure.
After review of the play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by big Jordan Davis. The Niners at 8-3 now. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. That will get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He stopped at his tracks by Ahmad Gardner. Now 2nd and 9. Hurts sets up to throw it. It's caught. Smith. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 26-yard line.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker pushing through the contact. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Purdy's throwing into the hands of Pitts here.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We all have habits. They can be somewhat predictable. You know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And A.J. going to pick up the Eagles' 1st down as he'll get this up close to the 30-yard line. Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Second down, here's Hurts. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
Play action, now Purdy. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
San Francisco.
Back to throw, Purdy. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Purdy will look to throw again here. He completes this to Walker. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down. Trying the left side with Walker. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. But now he appears to be in some pain. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And throwing here, Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. And that one too wide and incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd down, here's Purdy to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And his kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. Here's Purdy. Complete. Jefferson the target. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. There's Purdy on 1st and 10. And Walker has it. Boom! Still fighting through tackles. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Purdy now to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
You know, he's been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they're throwing it to him?
Yes, he caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. And this one is right through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They run the option on second down. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far in the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop. Here's Hurts to throw. This will be caught by Brown. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. He'll get this off to Swift. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. A pass there over the middle to start things out. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Going deep for Walker. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Hurts. He'll drop this one off to Swift. He'll wind up getting just a yard. And and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On the option to give to Swift here. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 68 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now an option play on second down. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Quentin Williams in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be fourth down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily...
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. First and 10 upcoming. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down. From the gun, here's Swift. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup, but that's all they needed to move the sticks. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. But first down hurts. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nut.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. Third and long. They'll look to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Well, hang on here because DeAndre Swift injured on that last play and in need of a little assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10. Shifts by him and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the 7-yard line.
Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a third and goal situation. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this, and in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the... And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
Well, big man with the ball. Man, bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Near his goal line, here's Purdy. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's got Smith here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. He'll drop to throw. That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Niners are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback land on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This offense so far on 3rd down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 8. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
The coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down. Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Well, they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting 1st downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Micah Parsons. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. Nick Bosa providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. The Eagles send out their punter now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. Pulled in at the 24. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Back to throw, Purdy. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And the 49ers Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jamar Chase from 6 yards away. And the Niners have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Important extra point up and through. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Hurts and the Eagles now down 20-17. 1:55 remaining. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score.
Not a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Now 2nd down and a few inches.
At the 35-yard line.
Back to throw. It's caught. Smith. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' 1st down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37. Back to throw. Hurts fumbles it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. And he'll take this one down to the 36. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll run again. And he will have a Niners 1st down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The 49ers now going to use the 1st of their timeouts. It's just their 1st. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Walker with another carry. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hand on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then, this game's over.